And good afternoon from the Utica Curling Channel. Roger Allat here to bring you the semifinal of the inaugural Empire State Winter Games. We're here in cold and snowy Utica, New York at the Utica Curling Club, and our feature game this afternoon is one of the championship medal round games between Team Feldman. They'll be playing the Red Rocks on sheet 2 against Team Tavern. They played an exciting game in their last pool game just a few hours ago. These are the number 2 and 3 ranked teams and the final 4. We'll keep you up to date with some of the other games. We may do a live look-in on our other semifinal medal round game between Team Haynes and Team Moore. And of course, we'll keep you up to date with all the other games going across. We have the second division medal round going on as well on sheets 3 and 4. And I hope you tune in tomorrow. Dave Craig Nolan will be in the booth with me, and we'll be calling the finals of this inaugural games to find out who wins the gold medal. But our feature game this afternoon is over on sheet 2, Team Feldman. Skip Howard Feldman, third Erlene Pulio, second Donna Cleo, lead Michelle McEnroe, hailing from the Utica Curling Club. And playing the Yellow Rocks is Team Tavern, skipped by John Tavern. Third, Tony Rosinski, second, Barb Felice, and lead Tom Blazek, and they are also from the Utica Curling Club. All 4 of our semi-finalists, in fact, Team Hames and Team Moore, also hailing from Utica Curling Club as well. So one of our local teams will win a gold medal in this championship playoff. Team Feldman being the higher ranked team, they'll have the hammer here in the first end, playing the Red Rocks. Leading off is Tom Blazek. Team Tavern sporting their Empire State Winter Games jackets, looking very smart out there. And Team Tavern's first rock slipping into the rings, just a biter in the 12-foot. Now lead Michelle McEnroe being asked to come around. Using that Team Tavern rock as a guard to hide behind. Sweeping right out of hand. And this will over curl. And is a bit short. Does come up for a corner guard though, so it leaves a double corner. That can be used later by Team Feldman to bury a rock. Set up their deuce. Another center guard attempt here by Tom Blazek. Team Tavern playing a very entertaining game in the prior draw. Their last pool game against a Schenectady team. Came down to last rock despite having a 3-point lead earlier in the game, or actually a 4-point lead. Team Tavern pulling it out to finish a number 4 seed, or sorry, number 3 seed. Now Michelle McEnroe trying to come around this center guard. This one's going to come up short as well. All 3 out sweeping, and they won't be able to get it there. Now 3 guards in play. Now Barb Felice going to try to come through the hole. Line looks pretty good. Are they going to get by? I think they're going to crash on the center guard. And open things up a tad. Well, plenty of room to draw in now. Just a question of which way you want to come. In turn looks a bit easier, and that's the initial call. Donna Cleo with her first. It's not heavy. And another guard joins the party here. Pretty much got the entire house cut off at this point. 5 guards up front. Barb Felice being asked to raise this yellow rock into the rings. This may not be enough ice for this shot. Yeah, it's definitely going to over curl. And that's just going to open up draw path a little bit. Just need a little more ice for that. So many rocks up front now. Both sides are kind of reduced to a tap game to get some rocks in play and maybe open up a draw path. Donna Cleo with her second. And that one over curled a bit too, but it's going to work. And very nice shot, right almost to the top 4. Team Feldman now line shot buried behind a literal wall of granite. Team Tavern without Hammer. Looking to raise a yellow stone in the rings. Tony Rosinski with her first. Looking to throw a tap up or light run back here. This is going to hang out. This will work out for Team Feldman. This will open up a draw path. Now a chance for Team Feldman to draw another one into the rings through that hole. There's plenty of room here. Come right through. Now Now third early in Pulio. Just sneaks by the outer guard. Great weight. Team Feldman outlying 2, mostly buried. And John Taverne needs to stop the bleeding here. Looks like they can see just enough of that stone to maybe hit it with some weight and get rid of one. Going to need a little redirect here. Oh, and they got the redirect, but just a little too thick. Heads up play to try to get a plan B there, but didn't work out for Tony Rosinski. Now a chance to draw another one in and sit 3. Erlene Pulio can just play the same shot she just played. They like the line. Didn't curl as much as the first one. They might do a chip and roll away under the corner. I think that'll leave a double. Should be able to get 2. If you could throw enough weight, you could probably almost get 3 moving here. Well, you could definitely get 3 moving. You might get all 3 out of play. Definitely need to throw some weight. Should be able to get rid of 2 for sure. Need to hit probably a thin half of the top rock. First shot, first end here for skip John Taverne. Looking to move some red stones here. Bringing pretty decent weight. It's a little wide though. Might get a redirect off this yellow. Nope, just straight back. Got rid of 1. Team Feldman still lying 2 here. Not sure they can draw and sit 3. Could, however, remove that yellow and sit 3. Can hit and roll off this yellow. Get rid of the yellow. Yep, they changed the shot, and I like this call. You chunk out that yellow and roll to the right. Should be able to sit 3. Might spread those reds rocks out a little bit. First rock, first end for Skip Howard-Feldman. Oh, we need to go hard on this. And just made the kind of double tap there and rolled for shot. That'll work out just fine. Got a little redirect, but it worked out fine. Team Feldman sits 3 buried now. Tough choice now for John Taverne. I think they're going to have to come down to second rock and give up at least 2 here. Don't want to drop 4 here in the first end. May just need to freeze on this top stone. You want to out-count this one on the 12-foot. The other option is to see if you can get all the way around to back 4 for second shot. Might be tough to get shot. Tough shot here in the first end for John Taverne. Got to put a rock in a good place here to prevent dropping a big end. Last rock, first end for John Taverne. Needs to freeze or hide a stone here. This looks like freeze all day long. Don't want to bounce this in the open. And that's pretty unfortunate. Probably should have stopped sweeping at some point, gone to plan B. They freeze on the top stone, at least hold Team Feldman to 2 or 3. Now it looks like an open hit for 4. Sometimes you got to take the medicine and control the damage. That didn't happen for Team Taverne this end, and they're already laying 2 against, and a chance for Team Feldman to take out this yellow rock for 4. Last rock, first end. This one's hanging. And really unfortunate result there. Can they move that rock far enough? They did. They did score 1. A desperate escape for Team Taverne. They only dropped 1. They were looking at dropping 4 that end, and they've got to feel very fortunate that that was the extent of the damage. So Team Feldman takes a 1-0 lead after 1. Team Taverne will, with the yellow rocks, they'll have the hammer in the second end. In other games around the rink, Team Teal and Team Opals are in the semifinal for the second division playoff. Team Opals leads Team Teal 1-0 after one. And our other second division semifinal playoff, Team Dunnigan from Utica Curling Club squaring off against Team Samaniak. They're from Schenectady. And Team Dunnigan has grabbed a 4-0 lead after one. And our other championship semifinal, Team Hames is playing Team Moore, both from Utica. Team Hames grabbed a 2-0 lead in the first in with the hammer. And then on our in sheets, sheet 1 and sheet 6, these are teams that are eliminated from playoff competition, but they are playing a consolation match for some prizes. And on sheet 1, Team Carter is leading Team Germain. They scored a deuce. They stole two, and it looks like they are up 2-0 after one. And over on sheet 6, the team from Buffalo, Team Nowak, they grabbed two in the first end against Team Lamedy. They lead 2-0 after one. That brings you up to date across the sheets. We'll try to pop in and out as we can to some of the other action. In our feature game, Team Feldman leads Team Tavern 1-0. Team Tavern has the hammer and Yellow Rocks this end. And Donacleo a little heavy on that guard attempt. Going to roll off to the back of the house for third and fourth shot. Now a chance for Team Tavern to sit two. Takeout attempts over curling. I think they're going to catch shot rock. Got rid of it. Still sitting one in the back of the house. All the rocks in play behind tee line that are in the house. Not an ideal setup for either side. And Donna Cleo looking to come around this corner guard. Oh, this curled hard. This is going to over curl. Oh, chance for Team DuVerne again to sit 1-2. Ideal spot would be to go to the wings somewhere. Somewhere back here would be good. You want to prevent a double. So you got to keep this as flat as possible. If you go too high, it makes a double, crosshouse double possible. Want to keep your rocks spread. And mission accomplished. Team DuVerne sitting 1-2, but there is a slash double. The only problem with bunching these rocks on the same side of the sheet is you do open up the possibility of a run double. Erling Pulio looking to remove shot stone. Not a lot of weight here. And got a jam in the back. That was not ideal. But Team Feldman does sit 1. Looks like they're sitting 1 and 3. Team DuVerne would love to roll a little under the corner here. Can't go too far and be shot rock, but just maybe roll a half a rock that direction would be great. Send this red out this way. Tony Rosinski. Soft takeout attempt here. Needed to come up a little more. It's going to tickle the red. I'm not sure it's going to get it out of play. Did move it to the back of the house. Now a chance for Team Feldman to find safe harbor. They can put a second stone in evenly across from the first. There'll be no double. Right there would be perfect. Sit 1-2. That'll force Team DuVerne to 1. Need to get second rock here. Deep as you can. That's really pretty good. Not really a feasible cross-house double with that position, so Team Tavern will just have to be content with getting rid of this red stone. Yeah, they love to roll inside. You'd like to roll this way to make sure that that red stone goes out over the top. This will curl very hard in this direction. Gonna have to go pretty hard on this to hold it. They're gonna catch a piece. I'm not sure they're gonna keep the shooter. Did get the stone out of play. Team Feldman, though, still lies one. Team Tavern sits second. Now Skip Howie Feldman will just split the house again. Idea being to lay 1-2 here and try to force John Tavern to only 1 point this end with hammer. First rock, second end here for Howie Feldman. This looks a little heavy. That'll work out okay. Taps the yellow stone back and is partially frozen on another. Team Feldman sits 1-2. Now John Tavern will have to chase the other rock. Either nose or roll in front of this one would be ideal. Either way, that one just needs to go away. Even nose would be okay here. I think John Tavern is just hoping as he only has to hit or draw against 2 and not 3 or 4. It's going to overcurl and hit the rock in the back. Now Team Feldman sits 1 and 2. Chance to put another one in somewhere. Probably top 8 middle. Ideal spot is about here, so that can't be hit. For John Tavern to be shot, he'll have to draw around to score his 1. And that would be against 3. Realistically, Team Feldman is not expecting to steal this end, but they are hoping to make any misses by Team Tavern on their last shot as expensive as possible. Last rock first end here for Team Feldman. One more to come. Sweepers like the weight. Just a little short of where they wanted it, but good way to miss that shot. You don't want to be too deep and make it too easy for Team Tavern to score one. So now they're just going to have to draw or hit this open rock to score. No one shot is the best solution here. Depends on what the skipper feels like throwing. They like the draw weight. The draw is there. You just have to get full 8 foot. If you know the line, you can go ahead and hit that shot stone anywhere on the nose or a little inside. Looks like John's going to elect to play the draw. Just needs to be full 8 foot. Last rock, second in. John Tavern looking for 8 foot. Can't be tight here. Got to get around that guard. This looks really heavy. Needs to hit something. Did move a rock, but don't think it moved it enough. I think that's going to be a steal of 2 for Team Feldman. On to the third end on our feature game. Team Tavern with yellow rocks. They'll have the last rock advantage here in the third end. Lead rock by Michelle McEnroe slips to the back 12. Good chance now for Tom Blazik to get up a corner guard. And the corner guard attempt's going to slip into the rings. May go pretty deep. Yep, beyond shot rock. And out of the rings. And other action across our sheets here in our second division semifinal. Team Opals now leads 3-0 against Team Teal after 2 ends. Team Dunnigan has grabbed another 2. They now lead 6-0 after 2 against Team Semeniuk. And our other championship semifinal, Team Hames has stolen an end. They now lead 3-0 over Team Moore after 2. And Team Lamity and Team Nowak are all knotted up at 2 after 2 ends of play. That's in one of our consolation matches. I think some very nice beer mugs await our consolation match winners. I think a beer mug is always useful for most curlers. And we have a corner guard in play for Team Tavern. And so now the game is afoot. We have a corner guard and a center guard. And a little bit of detritus in the back of the house, but that probably is not going to matter. Donacleo with a come-around attempt. I think this one's going to crash the guard. Might get a little raise out of this. And they do. That'll go full 8. Not a bad position. Team Feldman sits 1 and 2. I think it's time to exercise that center guard. And we got the right shooter to do it. Barb Felice with a trusty stick. Should be able to throw good weight here. Oh, this is over curling. It's going to wreck on the corner guard. Gets redirected. Does remove one of the red stones and clears the middle, so I guess mission accomplished, but unfortunately lost corner guard in the process. Did roll to a wide corner on the other side. And Donacleo will attempt to guard that stone on the top 8 again. Oh, this went a bit wide. He's going to crash on the corner guard. Rolls in for 4th shot. No help there. Now a chance for Team Feldman to throw a guard up. That's a pretty good guard. Pretty much where they diagrammed the shot. I think Team Taverne's going to have to open up a path to the 4-foot here. Probably want to move one of those red stones. Tony Rosinski. This looks pretty wide of the broom. Still on the center guard right now. Coming over a little. Not super heavy. This is going to move the guard. Opens up shot stone, but does leave 2 yellows in front. Now a chance for Team Feldman to kind of get partially behind those yellow guards and guard their rock in the back. Would love to go about here, make a little Christmas tree. There's one side of the Christmas tree. There's the other side, which you can't see. Just want to get half under the yellow and half cover the back red. This is way out there, though. This will not come back. And it looks heavy. Now a chance for Team Taverne to get back in the game if they can hit and roll under the yellows. Hit and roll under. It'll be a start. He will be behind T-line, but they'll open up the scoring area, which is important. Tony Rosinski with a hit and roll attempt. Again, this is way out there as well. It's coming back. Just going to get the back one. Still leaves Team Feldman sitting 3. And another chance to build that Christmas tree. Just get a red rock half under the yellow and half covering the red. Team Taverne in all sorts of trouble this end. Just couldn't get any rocks placed in the right spot. Sweepers are working this hard. Not sure they can hold the line. It's going to overcurl. It's just light. So the hit and roll is still there. You got to throw a little softer weight, though, this time to get around that red guard. Hack weight will do it. You could throw a hack weight shot and get to the inside. John Taverne with his first. Trying to get around and tap back shot stone. Oh, the line looks great here. What a beautiful shot by John Taverne. Shot rock. Got himself in scoring position. Team Feldman could just funnel that rock down. Otherwise, they're looking at tapping up their red on the left. I think just following John's shot down might be the easiest. Neither one is particularly easy. Looks like they've opted for the raise. Just looking to hit about a half a rock and push this rock up to the button area. Straight tap. Last rock here in the third end for Howie Feldman. One more rock to come. Looking to tap in. Line is perfect. How's the weight? Not quite enough weight. That was the right line. So a chance now for John Taverne to draw in for two. He can follow his own rock in. He just needs a little piece of the 4 foot. Just threw this stone. Don't need to be too cute here. He knows how to throw it, knows the line. Can come right to his own rock. Just threw this draw. Looking at tapping up some of these yellows, but with the tap up, you have to get line and weight correct. Just get the perfect angle. Whereas with the draw, pretty much you just need to get the weight correct if you're somewhere near the broom. It's usually much easier to draw to a spot than it is to tap a rock or do a hit and roll. Looks like they're going to try to tap up their yellow stone on the center line. Seems like the hard way to come at this. You got to almost come through the red guard to get enough curl to tap that stone up. Not sure there's enough weight here. Don't want to touch that red stone. Oh, almost pushed it in for shot, but got away with it. So it's going to be a score of 1 for Team Tavern. They trail 3-1 after 3. Team Feldman with the Red Rocks, they will have the last rock advantage in the 4th end. In other games across the rink, Team Carter leads Team Germain 5-1. That's after 3 ends of play. They're 1 step closer to winning a beer mug. Over on sheet 3 in our B division semifinal, Team Opals leads Team Teal 3-1 after 3. Team Dunnigan's added another steal to their assortment. They now lead 7-0 over Team Semantic. That's after 3 ends. Over on sheet 5 in our other championship semifinal, Team Hames leads Team Moore 4-0. They've stolen another end. And over on sheet 6, Team Noack leads Team Lamity 4-2 after 3. That's our other consolation match. In our feature game, it's 3-1 Team Feldman over Team Tavern. Winner of this match goes on to the gold medal game, loser to the bronze. Likewise for the game on sheet 5, Team Hames versus Team Moore. We have another set of medals for the B division playoff teams as well, and that's Teal, Opals, Dunnigan, and Semantic. Team Feldman playing to the edge of the sheet with Hammer in a lead. In our other championship semifinal game. Team Moore with the Yellow Rocks playing against Team Hames with Red Rocks. Looks like there's quite the big pile of Red Rocks in the 4-foot. Team Moore with his first. Trying to remove some granite and make room to score. Gets rid of a couple, but Team Hames still sitting 2. Matt Hames with his last rock here in this 4th end. Looking to lock another rock into the pocket. Leading 4-0. And that's in a pretty good spot. Quite a pickle now for Brian Moore. Looks like if you hammer the yellows, you might get rid of 1, maybe 2 of the Red Rocks. There's a slight danger, though, to get rid of your own yellow. Looking at this, you're hoping this one goes over the top. You're hoping this one goes onto the back red. You're hoping that red then goes out the back door, and maybe this one goes out of the 4-foot. If everything works, this one should be shot. That's unless you move that one too, then it would be a disaster. I think you can get at least one of the rocks on the 4-foot moving with his shot. Looks like they're going to kind of try this little Z shot. Not much room in there. Come off the top of one red, the back of the other red, and hopefully onto shot stone. Really tough shot here. Could be a game saver here for Team Moore. Team Hames lying 2. Last rock, 4th end for Team Moore. No one's put a broom on it. And he made the Z shot. What a nice shot. Just like we drew it up, and I think it's still a steal of 1, but what a moral victory that would be. We're looking all sorts of trouble on that end. Might be a measure. The stick's already out. Very nice shot by Brian Moore to possibly save and end the game. And he made it. That's a score of 1 for Team Moore. A game saver. And that game is now 4-1 after 4. Back to our feature game. Team Feldman leads 3-1 over Team Tavern. House is pretty wide open here. Down to thirds rocks. Tony Brzezinski looking to draw in and hide somewhere. This is just a little heavy. Line was really good. Third, Erling Pulio looking to draw another stone in. And drag that right to the tee line. And then some. I think John Tavern can draw right down to that stone. Since it's behind tee, might be the best way to set up a deuce here. Hard to steal the end. Guess he doesn't have hammer this end, so nowhere to hide without last rock. Team Feldman lying 5. John Tavern's got to find a place to hide here, and the only place he's got to hide is a freeze to that stone just thrown by Erling Pulio. Got to sit right there. First skip rock for Team Tavern. Looking to freeze to shot stone. Desperate times here. Oh, he's going to come up short. The good news is he'll have a center guard to use with his last, but he's going to have to hide a rock and get first or second shot to prevent a disaster here. Team Feldman sitting 5. No rocks in play for Team Tavern in the house. First rock, fourth end here for Team Feldman. It's looking to go top 12. Maybe bite top 8. That's a pretty good spot. Some tough choices for Team Tavern. They could freeze on this shot rock. That would cut Team Feldman down to 1. They'll have a draw for 2. The other option is a hit and roll. Tough shot though, very thin. Be hard to keep your shooter there. You'd hope to stick on this back one, but that's a very precise shot. Almost got to freeze to this stone, I think, to say keep yourself in the game. Can't drop 5 or 6 here. The good news is Team Howard Feldman's last stone came a little deeper than he wanted. It will allow a freeze. And that freeze would cut out 4 rocks from play. Looks like they're going to throw hit weight here, but I'm not sure I want to be hitting anything. At this point in the end, it's your last rock. This one's got to count, and it's got to be hidden or frozen. I think the freeze is the way to go here to limit the damage. If you hit and spill here, maybe game over. Last rock, fourth end for John Tavern. One more rock to come. Looking for a hit and stick here. And it's wide. Now it's coming. Got by the guard. Tapped it back. It looks like it is second rock. Yes, it looks like it may be second rock, but it is movable. Very nice shot by John Tavern, but I think the freeze might have been more effective. This rock is removable. Can slash it really thin. You may lose your shooter, but that would be for a score of 5. So if you hit this one thin, you roll out. You're hoping to squirt this one out over the top. That would be for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Got one in the bank right now. Team Feldman is shot rock. Looks like they're not going to give it a go. Looks very tempting. You can see almost an entire rock. Looks like how he's going to draw for 2 here. He's up 3-1. Figures a 5-1 lead is good enough. Either that or they believe they're already sitting 1 and 2. Might be another measure. And last rock, fourth end. Howard Feldman looking to draw full 8 foot. Hanging out. They're going to squirt a rock in. That'll do the trick. So that's at least 2. We're going to take a close look at the others. Maybe a measure for 3. Yeah, they're kicking the stones. And confirmation, that was 3. So Team Feldman leads 6-1 after 4. Over on sheet 4, Team Dunnigan is in complete control over Bob Semaniak, 8-0. That's after 4 ends of play. Team Nowak has gone out to a 6-2 lead over Team Lamity in one of our consolation matches. That's after 4 ends. Team Carter's got a 7-1 lead over Team Germain. And our other consolation match, again, also after 4 ends of play. Three guards in play now for Team Tavern. Something to draw around. So Tom Blazek with a come-around attempt here. Pretty far out there, not going to get underneath. Donna Clay will be asked to remove this one from play. Call for a sweep right out of hand. And just got it by, got a piece. And remove shot stone. Great sweeping there by Team Feldman to hold that stone. They'll try it again, see if they can get a little bit better buried this time. Barb Felice. Sweepers haven't put a brush to it yet. And they watch it go by. Now Donna Cleo, the chance to throw a draw. Looks like they'll go for the bump here. Erlene Pulio in the hack, looking to eliminate this yellow rock. Plenty of curl going this way. Not a lot of excess weight here. Going to be enough to remove shot rock. Remove the yellow stone. I guess it was second stone. Plenty of guards in play, though, for John Taverns. Got to get one in. This cluster of guards is a good one to draw around. Nothing can be run back. You want to get around if you can. Top four. Down 5. Team Tavern really needs to get a deuce this end. Tony Rosinski. The weight looks better. Don't know about the line. Weight looks terrific. Gotta get by. Gotta get by. By the top one. By the back one. Pretty good result. A little bit behind T-line, but they'll take it. Might have just kissed that top stone. Hard to tell here from my vantage point, about 150 feet away. Erling Pulio trying to get around those same set of guards and push back shot stone. Line's close here, but I think they're going to wreck. And they do. And where will it go? Not shot stone, so a break for Team Tavern. Couple of options here. They can either follow their first shot down to top 4, or they could play a hit and roll. So option 1 would be to go right here. Ignore that red stone. Option 2, hit and roll the same spot. To be honest, it's always easier to draw to the right spot than it is to hit and roll. But that red rock is a dangerous rock, so it might be worth going ahead and giving it a go anyway. Even if you roll to the top 4, you'd probably be in good shape. Tony Rosinski with a takeout attempt. Need to get rid of this red stone. Roll a little bit to the left. Not a lot of excess weight on this rock. Gonna over curl. It's gonna move the stone. Roll to not a terrible spot, but it does leave a pocket. This is gonna allow Team Feldman to draw right into this pocket. Our first semifinal game final over on sheet 4, Team Dunnigan, a winner over Team Semaniak. They advance to the gold medal match in the B division. Meanwhile, Team Hames is rolling over Team Moore 7-1. That's after 5 ends. They look to be in control there and headed off to their gold medal matchup with the winner of our feature game here. Over on sheet 2. Well, Howard Feldman drew right to pretty much where we diagrammed it up. It's mostly into the pocket. It is chippable. I think Team Tavern's going to have to give it a go. They need to throw back rings weight, just get to the inside of the stone and see if they can move that red out. They may push the yellow back as well. But that red stone's got to move, or Team Tavern's going to have a hard time scoring more than one. Have to unlock that back yellow, one way or the other. This yellow is the problematic rock. It's holding up the removal of that red stone. So we need to throw a little tap weight here, back rings weight. See if you can squirt that red out a little bit, unlock the yellow, maybe have a chance to score a multiple here. First rock here, 5th end for John Taverne. Trying a little delicate tap here. John doesn't like the line. Took an awful lot of weight for a tap, or an awful lot of ice. It's coming over. Oh, it just needed to be on that earlier, just not enough weight. Came up a little short. The line was pretty good. Now, Team Feldman can just cap this off by throwing a guard. And I don't see an option for Team Taverne to score. Yeah, I think Team Taverne would have been well served by throwing a hack waiter there. Back 12 weight. Really need to jiggle those rocks around in the forefoot. Now they're going to be on the back foot after this guard is successfully thrown. Got this one out. This may not come back. He's trying. Need to cover a part of this yellow stone to prevent a run back. That might be enough, and I think it is. Don't see any good options now for Team Taverne. They've got no yellow run backs. The only thing I can see is maybe a tap up. There might be a tap up if you skinny the red guard. You would have to come through, get to the nose of that yellow stone and push it straight back to the button. Very tough shot. Have to overcurl behind this red guard. It's very, very difficult. Got to get to the inside so that this goes straight back. Only option I see. None of the other angles work. You can't run a red stone in. Looks like Team Tremaine has called it a day over on sheet 1. Team Carter is the winner of the prize beer mugs. Over on sheet 6, another consolation game. It looks like Team Nowak from Buffalo, they're well on their way to earning their beer mugs against Team Lamity. They lead 7-2 after 5. Team Hames has cracked a 3. They now lead 7-1 over Team Moore. That's after 5 ends of play. They look to be in control of that game and headed on to the gold medal match in our feature game. Team Feldman leads 6-1. Team Tavern's got a tough shot here to get 1. Looking to run back their own Yellowstone. It's trying to come over, just not going to make it. Oh, almost got it kind of backwards, but that'll be a steal of 1 for Team Feldman. They lead 7-1 after 5. Cruising. Take a quick look in over on sheet 5, Team Hames versus Team Moore. Team Moore is sitting 1 with yellow rocks. Team Hames sitting 2nd. Team Moore sitting 3rd. They trail by 6. Team Moore needs to score a multiple this end. Down to last skip rocks now. Matt Hames with his last stone here in the 6th end. Brian Moore, the one to come. Just looking to spin this yellow out of play. And picked it clean. Brian Moore will have a double here for 2. It's flat, but it's there. If you can hit this one and catch the back side of that one, you may make this little Z shot again. This one goes out far enough that should sit 2 when all is said and done. Doesn't have much else. Scoring 1 here is not going to help him at all. Down 5 with 2 to play is pretty much a hopeless situation. He needs to hit probably 3/4 of a rock with really good weight. Definitely there. This is probably a make or handshake shot. If you miss the double, you're probably rolling out. And that would be a steal of 1. That would pretty much be curtains, I would think. This might be the second Z shot of the game we've seen out of Brian Moore. First one was spectacular. This one would be almost as good, I think. Last rock, 6th in for Team Moore. Needs to hit about 3/4 of a rock here. It's really close. And made, very nice. That's a deuce. for Team Moore. That'll keep them in the game, if barely. But they're down 7-3, enough to play on after 6 ends of play. Still a tall order. They've got to steal two, and try to get to an extra end. Back to our feature game, Team Feldman versus Team Tavern. We're 7-1 after 5. Team Feldman's been the first hog to the trough here. They're sitting top 4, double guarded. Going to have to clear some guards here. Team Tavern's Yellow Rock in the top 12 is actually well positioned. They can use that for a run back later, but they got to get the middle open. Too early to chase shot stone, I think. Just make sure you get rid of a guard here. Going to get through the hole, but I think they're going to go over the top. They're going to go over the top. You get rid of shot stone and rolled to a corner. Roll to the side of the rings anyway. Team Feldman's going to ignore that rock on the side 12 and just draw around. Yeah, that was going to go deep. Team Tavern sitting 1. Now a chance to build an end. They got to get one around the guards. Must be quick down this spot. Here's another heavy rock. That one's going to go out the back door. And who's going to be the first one to the 4-foot? Pulio with the come around attempt. Sweepers are working it. I'm not sure it's going to bury. Had the right weight. Did not get it underneath. Edge on edge. Quite gettable. Can't overthrow this. Tony Brzezinski doesn't throw a lot of weight anyway for takeout. Just want to get a little bit inside, get a roll under those two guards. Pulio would like to drop this one a little bit higher. And comes right to shot stone. Gonna have to move those. Just need to start tapping them back, though. It's getting late. 3 rocks to go here. Got to get to the nose and push one of them back. Stay frozen on the other. Love to get just a little inside these stones and roll toward the center. To get by, this may be gold. Very nice shot by Tony Rosinski. Rolls to the top button. Now a chance to score multiple here. 2 more rocks to come for Team Tavern. Howard Feldman with his first here in the 6th end. He's looking to come down and tap shot stone. Just gets by. Great sweep. And push back. Nice shot by Howard Feldman. They sit 1-2. I think John Tavern's got to do the same. He's got to push that red stone back. Back rings wait. Don't want to roll in the open. Got to get almost all the way around that guard and push that red stone to the back of the rings. First rock. 6th end. John Tavern. Looking for a little tap back. Got her a bit wide. Weight was right. Line was a bit much. Now a chance for Team Feldman just to cap off shot stone. That may be enough. Could right freeze to their own as well. They just need to be somewhere on this draw path. They could be anywhere from frozen to guard, frozen or top 12. Any of those will work just fine. I think if you draw to your own on the top 4, probably generate handshakes. Last rock 6th in, Howard Fellman. One more rock to come. Oh, this is way out there. Not coming back. Seen that before. Once you get too far out wide, there's not much curl in here. Don't know if there's a triple. Might be. It's worth a shot. I think you got to try it. Bang, bang. Okay, that one goes out the side door. That one goes out the other side door. Actually, what you're hoping is that one doesn't go out the other side door. Actually, what you're hoping for is go bing, bing. Shooter sticks there. That one goes away. You're hoping this one will clip that stone on the way by. And that would generate 1. This one. 2. 3. I think it's there. You have to throw some pretty good weight. Looks like about thick half. Hit that rock right there, a thick half. Desperate times call for desperate measures here. Need the triple here. You can make it 3. And if you get all 3 red rocks moving far enough. I'd be tempted to put the broom right in the middle of the rock. Throw peel weight. Should run fairly straight on this line. Well, John can bring the weight here. You might see something fun. It's a double for 1, maybe a triple for 3. Last rock, 6th end. It's too wide. Too much ice for that shot. Looks like a steal of 2. Maybe close here. Maybe only 1. Giving him a good look over. And the sticks will come out. 1 for sure. Maybe 2 for Team Feldman. Looks like it might have been only a steal of one. Team Feldman leads 8-1. We'll double check once we see the scores. Hung at the other end. Team Feldman wants this one in the rings, and it's in the rings. Top 8. Good spot. And it was indeed just one. Team Feldman leads by 7 here in the 6th end. And we got a final in our other championship semifinal. Team Haynes was victorious over Team Moore 8-3. Call that a final. So Team Haynes will be in the gold medal game. Team Moore in the bronze medal game. Opponents to be determined by the winners of our feature match. Looks like Team Feldman is in control. Likely to make the gold game. Team Taverne would make the bronze. Things stand as they are anyway. Team Feldman in control here in the 7th end with 2 rocks in. Trying to put a 3rd one in. I'm not sure they wanted a guard. And Barb Fleece crashed on a guard. In our other games, Team Opals leads Team Teal 6-3 after 7. They have the hammer, Team Opals does, coming home up 3. They look to be in good condition there. Team Nowak leads Team Lamity 8-2 after 6. They look to be in good place to win that game as well. And our feature matchup, Team Fellman up 8-1 on Team Tavern.
If I need to come sweet, tell me.
Team Fellman now drawing 3. Looks grim for Team Tavern. that looks like a steal of 2 or 3 for Team Feldman. That should be handshakes. Let's call it a final. 10-1, Team Feldman. They move on to the gold medal game. We'll move over to sheet 3. That's our last remaining. Team Opals leads Team Teal 6-3. They're up 3 with the last rock. Trying to seal the win there with a draw into the 8-foot. That went deep. I see. Not sure I see an option. Need to play 2 red rocks over each other somehow. A little tough to split these 2 reds on the rings. The shooter and the guard. And that's the game. So congratulations to Team Opals. They head on to the gold medal game in the 2nd division. They've got an 8-5 lead coming home. In the 7th end, they have last. Remind you to tune in tomorrow morning. Team Feldman again. And you can. Nolan will be here with me. We'll have a good game.